And let's move on to three brief but very insightful presentations, starting from the presentation of financial securities of transmission contracts. And please welcome Mr. Michał Sobczak, the Deputy Director of the Transmission Contracts Department at the Division of Market Development. So I'll have the pleasure of talking about the financial securities for transmission contracts. So just to reassure you at the beginning, let me declare that we are not planning to introduce any changes in the current system, all the less any revision of the thresholds and any restrictions in this regard. So the formal basis for financial security is mostly referred to the Commission regulation, so-called BAL-NC, which provides that all operators are supposed to ensure neutrality of all the balancing charges, but also have the right to provide incentives for market participants to ensure that the system is balanced. In terms of our domestic legislation, these principles have been implemented in the neutrality mechanism, and since the end of 2018, we have had rules in place which concern credit risk management, and basically they are a set of rules applicable to transmission contracts since then. Okay, so all the time that for these principles have been consulted with you, and in order to strengthen the obligation for financial security, they are also reflected in the respective network codes. So there are four possible forms of providing financial securities. The most commonly used are the cash deposit and bank guarantee. The other two forms, a promissory note and a surety of a parent company, are subject to more detailed restrictions and requirements and are less common. So what we provide in our website are the respective forms, model templates for these documents. Each time you present a bank guarantee or promissory note, we verify it on a case-by-case basis, and you get our approval for using a certain document as a form of security. There are two exceptions from the obligation. One is that this obligation is waived provided that the entity has sufficient rating from one of the rating agencies, and the other alternative is to be a member of a balancing group, and in such case, this is the leader of the balancing group that is responsible for holding security for all the members of the group. The financial securities are reviewed every day, yet it's your obligation to make sure that you ensure the correct level of security. So it is you who have full, complete knowledge as to the products that you're going to use, so this is your responsibility. Of course, you have full right to request any excess amount of financial security to the level that is consistent with the terms and conditions. However, our strong recommendation is to maintain a certain safety margin in case you changed your strategy or wanted to use some short-term products. We also listen to your needs, and we have developed a functionality that you've been waiting for quite some time now, meaning that you have access to information on level of financial security from the information exchange system. You will also be able to receive notifications. So what I mean that you can view this information is a fully updated information, updated at the end of the GAZ day. You have the balance, the value of all capacity allocations. You will also have access to the history of changes in the level of financial security value. So the algorithm verifies which of the three values is the highest. So if you only have transmissionability allocation, this is the lowest threshold of 150,000 PLN. That's the minimum. The second threshold is 125% of the obligations for the GAZ day in question, so unpaid invoices plus imbalance that is not reflected in the invoices. And you can also contact us informally in case of some emergency situations. Each hour, each minute is valuable. So there are some interventions. Everybody is interested in avoiding formal requests to top up the financial security because the request has some material consequences. So it's the terminates your access to OTC, and there is 24-hour deadline to top up your security, or the service is suspended, and then when you come back to the market, there are more restrictive conditions that apply. So by all means, we try to avoid this situation. We have also developed another tool that you can use through our website. It's a calculator of financial security value for transmission customers, so you can enter several parameters, the imbalance, the total of your obligations, your accounts payable. And I would like to, using this opportunity, invite you to a webinar that will be held, and I'm going to lead it on October the 14th, how to use these new tools, how to calculate the value of financial security, how to interpret relevant information. So At the end, I would like to share the main message of my presentation, that financial security supports the stability and safety of the whole gas market, and that's why it's in the interest of all the market players. And our purpose is to incentivize the participants to provide the right level of security, to avoid any unnecessary costs of imbalance of other participants that would be passed on to them in the form of the fee for neutrality.
Panie Michale, w związku z tym, że czas...
Well, we suggest that if you have questions, use the opportunity during the networking or join the webinar.